the coup plots that took place in the during the president Tinubu presidency sometimes ago, since last year, it has come to a full blown matter now. The coup plotters are being arraigned in the court of law. They have been charged accordingly. About 5 or 6 of them that have been charged so far. And when they took their plea, they pleaded not guilty to the offense. One is then wondering that does it mean that the allegation against them is false? Since they pleaded not guilty, meaning that the so-called noise, the so-called investigation, all this why against these people is false. It's not true. That's what the outcome of their plea meant when they pleaded not guilty when they were charged with the offenses committed for want to topple the government by means of force. Now the question is, what could, if let's take deep, incisive look into those who are involved in that coup. The financier, according to the news, was former governor, and some of the we even find some of the retired generals among them. There's a past governor, retired general among them, and serving generals among them, some military personnel among them. Then one is now asking, what could have prompted them that will made them that they want to overthrow the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? So the so-called rumor is the coup rumor is no longer so. It is now a reality. The culprits have been charged to court. In fact, they have been charged to court, and now the court has, like I said, has formally began their process of legal began the legal process of prosecution, and they have taken plea, and during the plea, after the plea they said they were not guilty. What could have prompted them to go into planning of coup? This is the basic question we should ask ourselves. Is it for national interest or their personal interest? Can any illegality be committed in terms of changing the government through illegal means or in the name of national interest? When the constitution says how government should be in place, it must be by people, for the people, and by the people through democratic means. Does it then matter? Is there any good reason why people could take law into their hand and want to use the barrel of gun to bring themselves into power, or stopping civil authority, the democratic system of leadership that is guaranteed by constitution of Nigeria? Let's look at the whole world. Where else in the whole world, in developed countries, you see military usurping the power of the civil populace power, coming to power by means of barrel of gun? This is an issue it must be thoroughly considered, and not take side, and not be sentimental, and not be preconceived minded with emotions and sectionalism. There must not be an issue whereby we are taking side. Let's analyze this matter objectively. Is it right for some individuals who the constitution have assigned the roles of defending our territorial integrity to now want to abuse that privilege, being the state entrusted into their hands to carry arms? Now want to use that arm against the state to overthrow the government, overthrow the government put in place by the generality of the masses, the generality of the Nigerians. Is it right? Is it the right thing for them to do? Why are they not doing this thing in the developed country? Why are military governments of developed countries, US, America, Britain, France, and Co. not to have risen up one day, overthrow the government of their country? That means there's some elements in the military in Nigeria that shouldn't be there in the first place. They have no reason to be in the military. If they have been thoroughly lectured, they have been thoroughly briefed, they thoroughly educated as their role for joining military, they will have they will have limited themselves to that constitutional rules of defending our territorial integrity. They will not delve into trying to overtake the country, overtake the government of the country that was legitimately put in place. This is what we must intensify and exemplified in this matter, that the further the subsequent recruitment of people into military, they must undergo democratic training, democratic lecture. They must be made to understand the real purpose why they are being recruited into military, and their purpose, their intention, their duties must not be to overturn the constitution, to overtake the constitution, and and go and do something that's against the constitution. They must be brought along. They must be educated and instructed, educated and enlightened, and properly lectured and be told of what the responsibility is under the constitution of Nigeria. That's they are to protect the territorial integrity of Nigeria, of the country in which they are serving, they are serving, and not to usurp the power, not to overtake the power, not to overrun the power, not to upstate the power of the country that they are constitutionally empowered to defend. This must now be the fulcrum of every lecture that must be, every training, every education, every military man in Nigeria must undertake, whether at the recruitment level or at the post, NDA level. They must be taught, they must be properly, thoroughly lectured on their role as a leader and the consequences of not doing it. That should they try and go beyond this, the punishment should be so severe upon them. I'm not sympathizing with any of them who must have been involved in this because of usurping the power of the state, when the intention was even to kill all the officials of government. It's a satanic, it's a demonic, it's a lawful conduct that we must all condemn. So therefore, as many as them that have been arrested, if they could, the person could successfully prove the case against them, let the law take its full course on them and let them be served, so that it will be a deterrent to any other person, any military man, never to try to usurp the power of the populace, the civil authority power of the country. They must be, they will begin to now limit their activities to what the constitutionally granted them to do in the country. That is to safeguard, that is to protect the territorial integrity of Nigeria, to defend the country called Nigeria against external aggression, and also usurp the power of the civil populace. This is what they must be told from now henceforth. Thank you very much.